We've been doing these in different formats, whether it's in Frame, Google Meet. I think we'll be doing some in Zoom and Zoom webinars as well. You'll see these going live on YouTube and multiple other social media platforms. And today's eXp Explained is really about international as a whole, and kind of gives you guys a bit of context about who we are, what we're doing. And even this international as a whole one will change a little bit over time. And we have some cool things that we're going to be doing to this one. But if you're interested in learning more about specifically one specific country and maybe really in depth what they have to offer, or a region, we do those as well. And you can see them all on our YouTube channel, and we host them. This one we do weekly, but we do them every single day, right? So Monday through Friday, you'll see one about CALA, so our Latin American markets, about EMEA, about APAC. You'll see them every week. We'll do like a spotlight on one country. So we'll kind of change it up as we go and get you guys the most up-to-date information about what's happening. So to give you guys a little bit of background on me, I'm Felix Bravo. I'm the Vice President of International Growth here at eXp International. And my job is not only to help us expand into new countries, but also to focus on growing and scaling the markets that we're currently in. And so at the moment, we're in 22 countries outside of US and Canada. And we're opening up 4 more markets over the next 3 to 4 months, with Peru being one of them, actually, that we're Peru in 2 weeks. So super excited. I come from a pretty traditional real estate background in the new development space here in Miami, Florida. I was originally from Venezuela, and I immigrated to the United States when I was about 7 years old. My mom did what basically everybody does in Florida when they don't know what to do with their careers, and that's she got her real estate license and became an agent. So she used to be a lawyer. She didn't want to go back to law school. So she became an agent, and at that time, you couldn't take your real estate exam in Florida in Spanish. And she didn't really know English too well. I had picked up English really fast because I was young, and I also studied English a little bit in Venezuela. And so she gave me the task of helping her study for the exam. And I spent an entire summer with her, really learning, doing quizzes with her, flashcards, and I always make the joke that by the age of 8 or 9, I could pass the real estate test. And so I got to see my mom be an agent, and I started my career actually as just being her assistant and being a showing agent and a showing agent for her, before eventually getting into new development, where I was the sales director for about 5 different new construction projects. We oversaw about $250 million worth of inventory from 2014-15 all the way up to 18-19. And then I started my own real estate team, and I grew my team to my first team to about 20 agents, and that failed miserably because I tried doing everything on my own, and I carried all the costs and infrastructure on my own. And so COVID hit, and I kind of took a step back and decided to rearrange my my business model. So I did what every real estate agent does, which is you start your career, you start going through a cycle to do that. The day you stop selling homes is the day you stop making money. And so you try to build something on top of that. And I think a lot of agents then say, well, I need to start a team then, or I need to start a brokerage because I can show other agents how to sell properties, and I can build a business out of that. And so that's what I tried doing. And what I found was that from being just an individual agent to now being a true business owner, where you need to carry cost, and you need accounting, you need operations, you need marketing, you need finance, you need all these different things. And building it on my own was really hard. So during COVID, during that 2020 era, I partnered with another brand here in the United States that focused on the luxury sector, and started building my team, while also at the same time taking my first dabble into being on the corporate side. So I helped them scale throughout California, Texas, Florida, and then eventually New York and Georgia at the end there. But what I found was that they were a startup. They were not an established brand with a proven, profitable, and scalable business model. And so the learning curve and the growing pains that they were experiencing were affecting my business. And ultimately, that's when I realized I needed to align myself to a brand and to a platform that had the experience and the infrastructure that could allow me to scale my business accordingly. And that's when I discovered eXp. I had heard about eXp for many years, and they had seen sort of their growth throughout the United States. And it was really when they started scaling internationally that it caught my attention, because being here in Miami, about 50 to 60% of the buyers I worked with were all international clients. And I fell in love with the idea of an independent platform that scaled across multiple countries, because that allowed me to not only meet my clients here where they were purchasing, also give them support and help where they're from. So whether I had a client from Canada or from Colombia or from Brazil purchasing in Miami, I could partner with agents in those markets that were a part of eXp that could then feed either clients to us, or we could do referrals. And I joined eXp to build my team before eventually meeting Glenn and Leo, our CEO. Leo was the also Colombian, so also Latin American, and we kind of started talking. Him and Glenn kind of talked to me about the international vision and how they saw international as the future of eXp. And in that, we sort of kind of aligned, and I decided to take on the role. So here you'll see a little bit of, as I continue talking, a video of our expansion. But eXp is the single largest independent real estate brokerage in the entire world, right? We have about 1,000 agents across 22 current markets, with Turkey, Egypt, Peru opening over the next 2 quarters, and a 4th country that we will be announcing really, really shortly here, which we're all excited about. And we have this pretty ambitious goal of being at 50 countries over the next 5 years. For us, international expansion is extremely important. And what we've realized is that there's just so many more agents outside of the US and Canada than there are inside of the US and Canada. And so the future of this company really is our international expansion. So like I said, we're currently in 24 total global markets, including US and Canada. And eXp was founded on this idea that the traditional real estate agent experiences a lot of what I experienced in my career, which is you don't have a clear-cut retirement. You don't have a clear-cut business model to sustain you for the rest of your life, right? The traditional agent sells homes, and if they sell a home that month, they don't make any income. And that's really challenging, especially in an industry that is so cyclical, and an industry that has so many variable factors that affect an agent's life. And one of the most exciting things about real estate that we all get into it is because your income earnings are unlimited, right? You could sell thousands of homes, or you could sell 2, but you kind of take on the responsibility that you are now an entrepreneur who's going to go out and sell properties. And so in the traditional real estate model, an agent joins a brand, and as that brand grows, or as that office grows, the benefits of growth go to the CEO, or to the broker owner, or to the franchise owner. They get all the benefits from more agents joining that brand or team. And what eXp did was, in order to solve the solution for agents not having clear-cut retirement, was Glenn Sanford, our founder, created a model that included something called revenue share, which meant that the benefits and incentives that normally go to a CEO, to a franchise owner, to a broker owner from the brand growing, now goes back into the pocket of the agents. So we take 10% of the GCI that we get from a transaction, and we actually give that back into a revenue share pool that agents can participate in. So if I help eXp grow by attracting agents, not just building my own team, but attracting even individual agents who want to build their own team, or just want to be individual contributors to eXp, when they do a transaction, 10% of the GCI goes into a pool, and because I brought them to eXp, I receive a portion of that. And so we created a model that completely changed the industry in US and then eventually Canada. And now, as we started expanding internationally in countries like South Africa, the UK, France, is that we've now started changing the industries in those markets, because these models weren't either widely used or didn't exist at all. And so our foundation to its core is all about helping agents build a sustainable career. If you're going to dedicate yourself to being a real estate agent over the next 10 to 15 years, or however long you want your career to be, why not do it at a place that you will earn other sources of income while focusing on helping you sell more homes? So our main focus is, how do we help agents get into production and sell more properties, but also how do we help agents build a sustainable future? And so in the US, we sell more properties than any other company in the United States, in the UK, we are now #1 in terms of listings. In South Africa, we're the fastest growing real estate company in their history. So we're continuing to revolutionize sort of each market by helping agents sell more transactions, sell more homes, whether it's through global referral platforms, their branding, their marketing, transactions, different types of trainings, but at the same time, build something like a revenue share. And because we're a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, our ticker is eXpi, our agents earn stock in eXp just for selling properties here. So all of our agents are shareholders as well of eXp. And if you're going to sell homes for 10 or 15 years, you could earn a pretty significant amount of stock throughout that time just by doing the same exact thing you would do anywhere else. And that could also serve as a potential either retirement plan or additional bonus. So that's a little bit about us and what we're doing. And I might have already talked about this this slide, but again, real estate lacks a really clear retirement path, and that's what we were founded on being able to solve. And what I've noticed in every single country that we work in and the new ones that we're going into is that, yes, they have their differences. Real estate, the way you sell a home in Colombia is not the way you sell a home in Dubai. But the principles of what an agent faces in their career stays the same throughout almost every single market we've ever seen. And you'll see that the average lifespan of a real estate agent who does it full time is not that long in every single country because of that turnover and burnout of markets changing, cycles changing, and agents not having a sustainable career. And so that's really what we've been founding on fixing. And now we have agents at eXp who make an extra $300, $400, $500 a month on revenue share, and even agents who have turned a full-blown business where they're making thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on revenue share, which is amazing. But to me, the real power of it is, what if I didn't sell a home in the month of February, or my deal fell through? We've all been in a situation where deals fall through, the market changes, there was a natural disaster, there was an election, whatever happens that stops your deal. What if I still earned a couple $1,000s that month? Because over the last 3 years that I've been at eXp, I've maybe brought 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to eXp, and then maybe they've brought a couple people, so on and so forth. There's a really big, powerful tool behind that. And so we really pride ourselves on, especially in the international side, we have this tagline of where the pros go to grow. And that's because we really focus on working with agents, especially in unregulated markets, who want to provide a more professional service to their clients. They want to stand out in their market as like the go-to real estate agent or the go-to real estate professional. And we do that by working with some of the most professional agents in that market, right? So we have a 2-year minimum requirement to enter eXp, and we really focus on training and coaching around that. We're the largest brokerage in the world, and because of our revenue share model, we've also become one of the most attractive real estate platforms for coaches and trainers. As a real estate coach or as a real estate trainer, traditionally, I charge agents per hour or maybe monthly to be a part of my course or be a part of my trainings. But when I help them grow, I don't really get much out of that, right? There's no connection there between their transactions and what they get. So now as a coach here at eXp, you can offer training either at paid, or a lot of them do it for free, to any agent that joins eXp under you. Offer your training and coaching. As you help these agents get into production and sell more homes, you will earn from the transactions. Again, you earn from what they pay eXp. Every agent has the same split, 75-25. The cap changes in between countries, either 13,000 or 20,000, but what always stays the same is what they pay into eXp. eXp redistributes. Part of that goes to eXp, part of it goes to the revenue share pool. So it's not like they're paying you directly a portion of their commission, and revenue share gets paid out monthly. Talking about splits, our traditional model is 75-25, and again, you have either a $13,000 cap or a $20,000 cap. And once you pay into your cap, meaning if you are in Colombia, I guess I'll use an example, and you've paid eXp Colombia $13,000 worth of eXp Colombia has received $13,000 from your commissions, you go to 100%, meaning for the remainder of that year, you're now at 100% model. And especially in the international markets that are dominated by franchise and traditional real estate type legacy models, where the agents day one are on 50-50 type splits, here at eXp, you enter day one at 75%. So you're at a competitive split. And you really can get to 100%, but you can get to 100% plus, because if you start building revenue share, even though you're paying from your transactions, you will start earning more revenue share, or can start earning more revenue share than what your actual cap is. We also have something called Icon, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but that's for those ultra high productive agents who not only get to 100%, but then do 20, 25 transactions plus after their cap within a 12-month period. And what we'll do is we'll actually give them back their full cap, their full $13,000 or $20,000 that they paid in. We'll give it back to them in stocks. So our entire model, again, revolves around taking away what traditionally goes to the broker owner and giving that incentive to the agents, but then also taking away the single largest cost that a real estate brokerage faces, which is brick and mortar offices. And in doing so, we're able to provide a more competitive model, a competitive split for our agents. So that's what we've done. And the flip side to that is, if you don't sell any homes, there is no revenue share, right? So I've heard some feedback of agents saying, well, eXp is just a recruiting company. It's one of the things I hear quite often from agents who don't understand what eXp is. And then a lot of times I'll just ask them, well, what brokerage are you a part of? And they'll say, well, maybe I'm at Keller Williams or something. And I'll say, great, how did you get to Keller Williams? Well, a recruiter called me. Okay, awesome. So every single brokerage is incentivized to grow, and we do it a little bit different. We give that benefit back to our agents, but with the focus on getting into production, we've built a value proposition that is localized in each market. So in every single market, you'll see that we have access to local CRMs and local portals. So each country will have 3, 4, 5 portals sometimes, and we'll be on all major portals. We'll bring in best-in-class technology, our marketing platforms, which we'll talk about, things like Canva and Pro that we offer all of our agents for no additional cost. Really, our mentality and focus is we want eXp to be a back-end platform for you. We want your brand to be first. So if you're the Bravo Group, we want it to be Bravo Group powered by eXp, or Felix Bravo powered by eXp, as opposed to our brand forward. So we build a localized value proposition while taking the principles of what's worked around the world, but we use best-in-class local technology. We talked about us being virtual and cloud-based, and what that means is we have absolutely zero office fees or desk fees or anything like that, but you also get access to global support. One of the benefits of us being international is that 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday, we're technically open, because even if you're in the East Coast of the United States and it's midnight for you, you can call somebody who works for eXp who is based out of New Zealand or Australia, countries we're in a different time zone. So we have a sun-to-sun type business strategy that offers 24/7 global support for all of our agents. And I talked about coaching and training from the coaching side, but we also develop our own trainings and bring in best-in-class training from coaches to our agents. So we localize every single training and coaching, because again, the way you sell a home in London isn't the same way you would sell a home in India or in Italy. So we have to localize that training. So you'll find different types of training throughout each single market that we're in. This is a really great tool called Home Hunters, which is exclusive to eXp agents worldwide. So only eXp agents can offer this. But what we've seen when we enter different markets is that, and I'm sure you guys have faced this, you might have 3, 4 different portals that are used in your country. And many times those portals don't communicate. So they'll have different listings. So you might have a house in one portal that isn't in another portal. And for the consumer, if I'm a home buyer, that's a really frustrating process. I don't want to have to go through 4 or 5 different portals to find my property. Now with Home Hunters, it's a Google Chrome extension that the agents can offer their buyers. And now they can find all of the homes from these different portals and save them into one place. And so they have one platform to go to see every single property they've liked when communicating with their agents. So if I'm an agent with eXp and I know nobody has Home Hunter, it's exclusive to us, and I'm in, for example, Peru, now that we're entering Peru, that has 3 or 4 different portals, when I'm talking to my buyers, I can say, hey, I know that it's a pain in the butt to go and look through 3 or 4 different portals, and it gets confusing. You have to save one here, but then save the other one there. I'm going to give you access to a tool, Home Hunters, for working with me exclusively. And through Home Hunters, you're going to be able to save all of the listings that you like into one platform, and I will see all the homes you like, and I'll go schedule appointments for every single one of them. So our goal isn't just to help agents sell more properties by giving them tools, but it's also to give them unique value propositions that arm them with the right materials when they're speaking to buyers, when they're speaking to sellers, to get them a higher conversion rate of deals. And if you want to learn more about Home Hunters, you can go to homehuntersglobal.com. And if not, if somebody can link it in the chat here and in the YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it in the description. So obviously we're an American publicly traded company, which means we get audited all the time. And so we follow every single written rule in every country we're in. And our goal is to have true legal compliance and cultural relevance in all of our global operations, meaning whether you're in Australia or you're in Mexico, you can rest assured that eXp is compliant and following all the laws, which allows you to have some safety, right? And a little bit of security in the brokerage you're a part of. But not just that, if you're a broker owner or a franchise owner and you come to eXp, we take all of that liability away from you day one. So if you're currently carrying any liability from your agents, we will take all of that. And we work with, in each country, we have local staff in those markets. So our decentralized approach really helps with the local, with the cultural diversity that is needed. This is eXp World, which you'll see is, again, unique to eXp. So one of the amazing things from eXp with being virtual is that we've created a web-based metaverse that lets you connect with real estate professionals and eXp staff from anywhere on any device. You can jump into this virtual space and you can meet colleagues, you can join trainings, you can collaborate in real time. And we're actually all here every single day. So you can come in and have a conversation with us and learn a little bit more about eXp. Someone will always be in the world that could help you pretty much 24 hours a day, like I said, 5 days a week. And that's obviously not my avatar up there, so I gotta change that. But you can see that you create your own avatars. If you also don't like using the metaverse, you don't have to. We're all about meeting our agents where they want to be met. And so that means that we have access to Google Meet trainings, Zoom trainings. We use collaborative tools like Slack. Now we were on Workplace, which was made by Facebook. Facebook is shutting it down. We're moving to Slack. So every single one of our agents will get access to Slack, which is a tool that they can use to communicate not just with other agents, but with all of eXp staff, whether it's the broker or the onboarding manager, transactions person. So we're launching Slack internationally and throughout all of eXp, and you will get access to creating groups. If you're really all about new development or luxury, you can find groups that are specific to those niches that are led by other agents, and you can start making connections that way as well. We have Canva here. Canva for us is we're the single largest Canva account that exists in the entire world. I'm pretty sure by now almost every single agent in the world has used Canva at some point to create their own branding and marketing. Canva, if you've used it, has two different platforms, a free one and a pro one. And the pro one allows you to do so many more amazing things. And with the importance of agents' personal brands continue to grow, not just in real estate, but just about any other career at this point, we've partnered with Canva to offer a free Canva Pro account to every single one of our agents. So every agent, regardless of what market they're in, get access to Canva Pro. And we've preloaded it actually with over 176,000 different templates. So you will have just about every single template ever needed. And if somebody who's not necessarily the greatest at social media, Canva makes your life way easier. You can put your picture on the templates. They're already preloaded, and you can post those on social media. So you don't really even have to think about how to build a brand or what I should post. You have all the templates here. But I'll let this sort of play for a little bit, and then we'll keep going. Awesome. So global co-working, like I said, eXp is a virtual brokerage. We don't have any physical offices, but I know that some of our agents might require or sometimes might need office space to work out of during the day. Maybe they don't have a great home office situation, or they really want a place to go meet their agents. And so we've partnered with Regus, which is in every single one of the countries that we're in. And they are co-working offices. You've probably heard of them. You have access to every single Regus completely worldwide. So whether you're traveling to different places, you can access any of their co-working spaces to work out of for the day. They also have conference rooms and meeting rooms and things like that that you could use and rent out. And for me, Regus, I've actually worked out of one in the past. And what I found super interesting was that the Regus in my area was filled with a lot of small and local business owners, the local accountant, local lawyer, local technology company, all these different local entrepreneurs who want access to smaller and cost-effective workspace. And so it became sort of a hub for me to meet with different clients and potential clients. I found my accountant out of that. I found different types of services out of that, but then they also found me as their agent. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Regus and how to access it as an eXp agent, please feel free to reach out, but you will have access to all of them worldwide. I talked about how eXp is a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, and at eXp, agents don't just work for the company, they own it, right? They're shareholders, and agents have direct stake in eXp's success, and you also shape the growth and the direction that we're going. So you really build your own business, your own brand, control your income while earning stake and shares in eXp. So agents aren't just part of the company, they really are the company. And you could see that our mission from day one, and we have that on our website and a lot of our branding, is that our goal is to be the most agent-centric real estate brokerage in the world. And it starts with giving that ownership back to the agents. So one of the coolest things about eXp that I talked about a little bit, but for me was so important, is that you bring your own brand. You are the brand, and it's backed by eXp. So agents have that opportunity to bring their own logos, their own colors, their own community culture identity that they've built. Even if you're already a team or an independent brokerage or your own company, you can still keep that culture, community, and identity you've built in your market that has become known, and now it will be backed by eXp. And so you truly are the owner, owning shares, but also putting your brand forward and allowing eXp to be a back-end platform for your operational success, transaction success, processes, and taking all of those operational costs away from you. We also have a luxury division. We have about 3,000 agents in our luxury division, and you get a wealth of additional tools and systems and marketing that come with this. We partnered with a company called LuxVT that we actually bought out. They specialize in high-end real estate marketing, and so we used to partner with them, and now we've ended up purchasing them to offer true luxury support. There's private masterminds, private trainings, and also private referral platforms in the luxury division that is completely worldwide in almost all of our markets. So if you're interested, please reach out as well. We have some fantastic networking platforms. We do pretty large conferences throughout the entire world. Each country will do their own sort of road shows and events on a more month-to-month basis, but we do some pretty large events, which we call eXpCon. We have eXpCon in Miami, which is our United States one in Montreal, which is Canada, and then our international one is actually in Barcelona, June 23rd through the 25th. And there we bring all of the leadership of eXp, so our CEO, our founder, our chief marketing officer. You'll actually see all three of them here in this little GIF that we have. But we also bring and invite some of the top real estate coaches in the world and just top personal development coaches to come speak, to teach. We do panels. So if you want to level up your business and grow your business, it starts with putting yourself in rooms where there are professionals, where there are people who you might not have access to on a day-to-day basis, and eXpCon puts you in that. Just to give you some context, in October of last year, we did eXpCon US, and we had about 5,000 people show up. Here at eXp, we're all about building communities, right? But we're also all about making sure that everybody has a place where they feel represented. So One eXp is our commitment to making sure that agents and staff from all different backgrounds have a place where they can connect and be heard. You'll see, excuse me, you'll see that you have a bunch of different logos here, and they all represent different divisions and groups and communities that we have at eXp. Obviously, we are worldwide, which are a mix of a ton of different cultures and a ton of different ideologies, and we really want to have a place for everybody to find people like them and connect with them. We also have a charity hand to us, which is eXp Extend a Hand, and it's our nonprofit dedicated to helping eXp and agents through difficult times, natural disasters, illnesses, unexpected hardships. So we do a ton of amazing charity work there. We actually, during the forest fires in California, Extend a Hand really stepped up and helped a ton of our agents who were left without homes, without food, without any of that stuff. So I'm very proud of what we do there, and we also open it up for agents to help and get involved and volunteer. So we do have different equity opportunities, right? Whether it's revenue share or stocks, you have different ways of earning income here at eXp, and it's all designed to give you guys financial freedom during your real estate career. So eXp will set you up with top technology in your market, whether it's CRMs, lead generators, access to all the portals, so every major portal in your market, access to global referral platform. We have 85,000 agents across 24 markets. You will find people who are looking to service their clients internationally. We also have access to things like Canva Pro, Home Hunters, and a bunch of other tools that are all designed to help you build your business and sell more homes. While you're doing that, along the way of that journey, as you're building your business, we've backed it with the revenue share model and our equity model to help drive and build that financial freedom. This talks a little bit about Icon, but like I said, whatever you pay into eXp, whatever your cap is, whether it's 13,000 or 20,000, you could earn that all back every single year through stock by hitting Icon status, which means after you've gotten to 100%, you did anywhere between 20 to 25 transactions in a 1 year period. This is our revenue share model. And so revenue share, I mentioned, is that 10% of GCI that we pay out. A really easy way to think about it is for every single dollar that eXp earns on the international side, so this isn't relevant to US and Canada, but internationally, 40% of it goes to revenue share, and 60% of it goes to the company to pay for Home Hunters and Canva and all these different tools. But that 40% we put back into revenue share. In 2024, we paid out $240 million to our agents. Now, in any other model, in any traditional real estate model, the company would have earned those $240 million back, and that would have been paid out to the CEOs and to the owners and to the franchise owners. We flipped that completely upside down, and we paid that back to our agents. We have about 85,000 agents, so you can start doing math on what the averages are annually. But you have 7 tiers, meaning if I attract somebody personally, they come into my first tier. If they bring someone, they come into my second tier, so on and so forth. And this is the entire revenue share pool. So to me, revenue share is really an opportunity for you to earn additional income over the next 10, 15 years that you're building your business, or it's also an opportunity for you to build a fully secondary business. If you're a coach or a trainer, or you want to provide additional value to agents, you can bring them, leveraging that value you have, and earn from the potential. When I was an agent, I helped a lot of brands grow. Sometimes it was because that was my job and my goal, and other times it was because I spent 2 or 3 years at the same company. And just naturally, I would connect with other agents who would ask me, hey, Felix, why are you with this brand? What do they have to offer? And I would share it with them, and sometimes they would join. And I never got anything out of that, right? At eXp, the benefits of helping us grow completely go back to you guys. And so to me, revenue share is an extremely powerful tool for a lot of agents to help build a second income, but also to help them during times where the cycle, the natural cycle of our business, maybe you're in a down market, you're not selling as many properties, revenue share can help make up for that. Or if, God forbid, anything happens and you can't sell any homes and you're the main income earner of your family, you now have additional income to fall back onto. Again, this is something you can do in addition to building your business. And the more you grow your business and your brand, the more you sell more properties, the more people become attracted and asking questions about what you're doing anyways. So revenue share is an extremely powerful tool that I wish I had earlier on in my career during those times where a deal fell through or I didn't know how I was going to pay for bills. Revenue share can be really powerful for that. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about eXp, I know that was an overall high-level overview. If you want to learn specifically, hey, talk to me about revenue share. I want to know exactly how many people do I need to bring in to make X amount. We just have those conversations. Or you want to learn more about, okay, I'm in Poland, and I want to know exactly what CRM you give me in Poland, what portals you give me, what is my split. It will be 75-25, but what is my cap? We can talk about that there. And you guys can, I really encourage you to reach out to anybody who invited you to today's eXp Explained, kind of next steps, or if you want to connect with us, join us at eXp World, which we'll link down here in the chat. We'll also link it in the YouTube channel, and you could jump in and have a chat with us. If anyone has any questions, I'm always open to answering them here, or if you guys just want to have a separate meeting, please feel free to reach out. So any questions from anyone? Go ahead, Miguel.
Yes, I went to a meeting that they had in Puerto Rico on February 13th, and they said they were going to get back to me, and I haven't heard anything since then. What should I do?
Okay, I will connect you with Eli Torres, who's our country leader for Puerto Rico. Are you a part of eXp Puerto Rico already?
No, I just went because I got some literature, and I decided to go check it out. I'm already a real estate broker here in Puerto Rico. I'm my own company. Okay. But I went to the 13th. I think I spoke with somebody named Oscar, and he said he was going to call me back, but I'm still waiting.
Okay, so I will set you up with our director there. I don't know if you've heard. I was just in Puerto Rico 2 weeks ago. We announced My State MLS, which every single agent in Puerto Rico now gets at no additional cost to them access to My State MLS, which means every single one of your listings goes on Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, even without you being a member of NAR. That was a huge shift in what we're doing for our value proposition and on the island specifically. And to anybody who's not in Puerto Rico, you could see that these are the type of things we're doing in each market. We're taking a look at what does an agent need. Like, if you could wave a magic wand, what does an agent need to have the best chance at being as productive as possible? And those are the things we're doing. So, Miguel, can you actually put your email in the chat or reach out to me like that, and I will put us into a meeting with Eli, who's our director of Puerto Rico, and he'll make sure to get you all set up.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Any other questions? Awesome, guys. If not, thank you for joining and for listening to the eXplained. These will be recorded, so you can send these out to anybody. I don't know, Miguel, if you have another question, feel free, or if that's still your hands raised from before, but feel free to send this to any of your colleagues or anyone you know who might be interested in eXp. And if you want to reach out to me personally, I'm on Workplace. And if you're not a part of eXp, you can send me an email at felix.bravo@exprealty.net.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, everyone.